Hello friends, today we are decorating for Christmas. Well, it's starting to look like a winter wonderland in here. First cookie tin of Christmas. It just feels a little extra magical. I feel like throughout the month of November, there's this gradual ramp up for me where I just slowly build excitement for Christmas and kind of introduce little bits of the season. We started our decorating a couple of weeks ago. I've been loving seeing all the festive touches around. But usually the week of, and especially right after Thanksgiving, that's when I like to go all out and just fully embrace the festive season. So that's what we're doing today and really over the next few days. I've been waiting for Trader Joe's to bring out their greenery, their garlands. I found some the other day, picked them up. And then also our local Christmas tree lot opens up tomorrow. It's our first day of the season. We're gonna go pick out a tree. It's a tradition that we've done for the past couple of years now. We took Oliver when he was a baby last year, but I think it's going to be so magical taking him this year. So yeah, plan for the next few days is just to deck the halls. We're going to fully decorate our home for Christmas. We're gonna decorate the outside of our house as well. We have some icicle lights, a little Christmas tree, some garland around the door that I want to put up. And then in the midst of all of that, I want to make some beef stew and homemade bread for dinner tonight. I've also been craving peppermint bark recently, so I'd love to whip some of that up. There are a couple of other little art projects, DIY projects that I want to get to as well. So come along, let's decorate for Christmas. I really just want to make it feel so fun and festive in here. The first thing that I want to do is to hang up our whole snowflake garland situation here. We did this for the first time last year and I loved it. So we're bringing it back this year. I made probably close to 20 of these paper bag snowflakes, which if you want to see how I made them, I'll link the video where I made them last year. It's a really easy, fun DIY. I saved them all from last year to be able to use again this year. So basically all we need to do to get these ready to hang is I'm going to use, this is just Scotch tape, making a little loop out of it. I'm doing 2 of these. You can see one near the top, one near the bottom, and that should secure them in place. So they'll stay looking like this. So pretty. Now I just need to do this 20 more times. Well, it's starting to look like a winter wonderland in here. Got these all ready to go. I think we have probably around 20, maybe a few more than that even. These are gonna look so pretty up on the windows. I think those are actually going to be the last thing that we put up though. I really want to give it a full effect, and so first thing that we're gonna put up, I want to string up some garland going all the way along the curtain rod. And then I bought last year, there's these like twinkly snowflake lights that kind of hang down like a mini curtain light. I want to hang those from the curtain rod too, so it feels like they're kind of mixed in with the snowflakes. It's gonna be really pretty, but I think it's going to all just go up a bit easier if we do the snowflakes last. Let's start with this garland. I'm going to be using a combination of floral wire and tape to secure it. So it looks like the one that they gave me is just a little bit short. Fortunately, I actually bought 2 of them. So I think I'm just going to layer them together and it's gonna give it a bit more of a full look anyways. Oh yeah, I like that. I think adding in second actually helped make it look a bit more full. Might just secure it a little bit at the edge here though. So now we're going to go in with these lights, which do you see how I picked them so they wouldn't become a jumbled mess? Now's when we get to find out if the work I put into packing these is gonna pay off. If it's gonna make them easier to get out and untangle. Let's see, where do I start with this though? I think I'm just gonna lay them out like this as I untangle them. Overall, I'm calling this a success. This is coming out way more easily than I'm sure would have happened if I just put it all in a ball. I feel like I'm just gonna have to wait until nighttime so we can plug these in and show you just how beautiful this all looks, but this is going to be so beautiful. Okay, final step, let's make it snow. I'm going to be using a combination of invisible thread and tape to get these up. Okay, we got it up. I'm obsessed with this. I love the look of the light coming through the snowflakes, and then at night this is going to look even more magical. I'll try to show you tonight what it looks like. But lest you think that was easy, a little reality check, that took me the better part of 2 hours. So before we do any more decorating, I want to pause for a moment so we can get the beef stew on. For dinner tonight, we're having, this is my mom's beef stew recipe. It was my absolute favorite growing up. To be honest, it still is. During the colder months especially, you just cannot go wrong with it. So here, I'll share the recipe here. You can screenshot. These are the ingredients, and this is how you make it. So let's get this on now. We're going to prep the beef. We need to brown it, and then we can chop up the ingredients and add them all into, we use a Dutch oven and then cook it in the oven. We're having friends over, so I'm actually gonna be doubling this recipe. So we've got the meat prepped now. I'm just going to turn this to like medium low. Put in a little drizzle of oil, and then we're gonna brown this. I'm just using, these are our non-toxic pans. I know I've shared a lot of this journey with you, but over the past few years, I've really tried to make a lot of healthier swaps when it comes to the things that we use every day in our home. This is one of them. I just learned this recently. Did you know that 97% of Americans have PFAs, a toxic chemical often found in traditional nonstick cookware like Teflon? They found it in our blood, and it's been linked to all kinds of health issues, from reproductive issues, immune system problems, and even cancer. Blew my mind when I found that out. I feel like now, especially having Oliver, I want to make sure that the cookware that I'm using is actually going to be safe for our family. I love our non-toxic cookware. Ours are from Caraway, which big thank you to Caraway for partnering with me on today's video. If you've never heard of them before, Caraway is a non-toxic kitchenware brand that offers high quality kitchen essentials. Right now, Caraway's biggest sale of the entire year is here. I've got a special exclusive discount code that's being offered to just a few of their brand partners, so be sure to stick around to the end to find out more. But what I love about them, Caraway's pans use a ceramic coating, which is a naturally slick surface, and they're 100% non-toxic. That means you can use very minimal butter or oil to get those slide off the pan eggs. My favorite part, it really makes cleaning easier. So I love these as an amazing gift idea or to get for yourself. My top pick would be getting the cookware set like I did. Saves you 20% versus buying everything individually. It comes with the saute pan, the fry pan, the Dutch oven, and saucepan, plus lids, a lid holder, a magnetic rack, which stores everything so beautifully. I love how organized everything looks together. Like I was saying, Caraway is offering their biggest sale of the year right now. You can save up to 25% off store-wide right now using my code INF-ASHLYNNE. I'll put that here on the screen and in the description box as well. You'll also get a free Graza Frizzle Spray on all orders, which is exclusive to my audience. The more you spend, the more you save. At the highest tier, you actually get a free Caraway Bar Set, which is their newest release. So don't wait to grab this deal, you're going to love them. Okay, I think this looks pretty good though, so let's transfer this over to our pot. It just slides out. Lovely. Then we just need to chop everything else up, add in the beef broth, the barley, and then we can put this in the oven to bake for, usually it's like 3.5 hours. Got the stew on, and usually I like to check on it once every hour or so just to give it a little stir, see how things are coming along. Towards the 3-hour mark, if it's still taking a long time to bake, sometimes I'll up the temperature just to like, I think it's at 310 right now. You can bake it from anywhere from 310 to 325 degrees. Sometimes if it's taking a long time, I'll bump it up to 350, but usually close to 300 is where I like to cook it. So keep an eye on that throughout the afternoon. But then while that bakes, I want to take a quick minute to whip up some bread. Beef stew is amazing by itself, but it's made even better with homemade bread. So I'm gonna grab my bread maker and let's get a loaf on to pair with it. So I don't think I've given you an update on our gingerbread lane since we did a couple of them together. Was it a couple of weeks ago now? I love how they came out. I think this is one of my favorite designs. This one too, love the star. I thought this one was fun as well. Feels a little European. I think we have close to 20 of them here. A couple of them are repeated designs, but most of them are unique, at least in some way. What I want to do now is I'm going to use just a little bit of museum wax to adhere the back of them to our windows. We're going to line all 3 windows here in our living room. Then I'm thinking if we have enough, I'd love to do the windows in the dining room as well, maybe carry it into the kitchen. I don't know if that's going to be too much, but at least in here I want to do these 3 windows. So let's just grab some museum wax here. If you've never used this stuff before, I love it for a damage-free way to hang things on windows, on your walls, all kinds of stuff. This is what it looks like. I'll link to it if you're interested. It's so helpful though. I'm just going to put a little dot of it, I think at the top of each one, and then we'll stick them on the windows. So fun. Now let's do the rest of them. I did realize as I was doing these though that I like using tape, just kind of like fold it up into a little circle as a better way to adhere them. It's a little easier to move things around, but either really works. I know I keep saying it, but this whole wall is just looking so fun and festive. I turned on the snowflake lights so you could see them. I love what they add to it. I feel like especially at night, they just make them come alive. The gingerbreads too are so fun. I mean, I love them, but I feel like Oliver especially is going to be obsessed. And I'm definitely thinking that I'd love to carry them over to these windows as well. I feel like that will really just complete it and add another festive element in this space, because apart from the Christmas trees, and I do kind of like a tablescape during Christmas, there isn't a ton going on in here at the moment. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left over at the moment. I think I'll need 20 to do all the windows in here. But honestly, I've been having a blast making these. They're so easy, kind of relaxing to make. So I'm thinking that's probably what I'll do. Maybe over Thanksgiving or something. Stew still has a little ways to go, but it is looking tasty. It smells amazing in here. Our bread is rising really well too, which is great. About another hour or so on both of these and we should be good. I am going to thicken this with cornstarch mixed with water though, just to give it more of that like stewy feeling instead of right now we have a bit more of a broth going on. Also, I did want to give a little shout out. I recently found these. I had been on the hunt for new Christmas towels, and a lot of the, especially the festive ones that you see, are just not absorbent at all. Found these at Home Goods. They're really cute. It's like a little nutcracker theme, and I swear these are the most absorbent kitchen towels we've ever owned. So if you, like me, care about absorbent kitchen towels, I'm always on the hunt for good ones. These ones are from Home Goods. Honestly, I like these so much, I might try finding them in like non-Christmassy patterns, just this material. Super absorbent, we love them, and they're really cute. So I picked up a couple of these. I think these are technically considered centerpiece wreaths. I picked them up when I was at Trader Joe's the other day. I thought that we have 2 doors here in the entryway. It would be really cute just to hang up 1 on each door. So I'm going to use these command hooks here. Not sure if I'll need 1 or 2, but we'll try 1 first. Yeah, that's really cute. Hello, it is now a couple of days later. The other night, I honestly just lost track of time, but the beef stew was delicious. We had some friends over to enjoy it with, and the bread, the stew, everything turned out amazing. Then yesterday, my parents actually came into town, so we spent the day with them. They left this morning. So plan for the rest of the day, we're about to head out just in a minute here. Our local tree farm, it's called Snowflake Village. It opened up yesterday, so we're going to go pick out a tree. I think it'll be really fun with Oliver this year. We took him last year, and I feel like he enjoyed it, but he was also 9 months old, so I feel like he didn't really fully understand what was going on. This year I think should be really fun, and of course when we get back we'll decorate the tree. He'll probably nap for at least part of our time decorating the tree, but it's going to be fun. This is honestly a day I've been looking forward to for quite a while now. So we've got the tree in place and I think we picked out a good one. I feel like scale-wise, it works really well in this room. In the past, we've tended to pick ones that were a little bit too wide. I think this looks really good in here. The next step is to add the lights, but it's Oliver's nap time, so we're going to let him nap, pause on the tree decorating because I think he's really going to love it, and we'll resume probably early evening when he wakes up. While Oliver naps, I figured we could do a little festive baking. One of my favorite treats to have around Christmas time is peppermint bark. You can find it in stores. I know Trader Joe's, a lot of grocery stores sell it around this time of year, but it's so easy to make. I feel like it tastes better too if you have it homemade. So that's what we're going to do right now. It is so simple to make too. All you need is white chocolate, melting wafers or chips, dark or milk chocolate, and peppermint. Usually I just buy candy canes. There's no baking required with this one either, which makes it even easier. So let's do this, and as we go, I'll walk you through what I'm doing. So let's get started. The first step is to melt the chocolate. I don't have a double boiler, so we're going to use the microwave method. I think we're just gonna do like a bowl full, maybe a couple more. We're going to melt this in 15-second increments and then transfer it over to our tray and do the white chocolate layer. So now we'll give this a little stir and then put it back in for 15 seconds again until it's fully melted. Now let's do the white chocolate. Here we go, here's the peppermint bark. Once I melted everything, I just tried to create a little swirl. It didn't actually work that well, but that's okay. Honestly, it doesn't really even matter how it looks because you're going to break it up into pieces afterwards anyways. Then I just sprinkled the candy canes on top. Now we're just going to put this in the fridge for probably a couple of hours, let it harden, and then we can break it off into pieces. And in case you're wondering, when it's ready, it should look something like this, hopefully with a bit more of a dark white swirl going on. Going to work on a little DIY. I've been seeing a lot of the like classic paper chain garlands recently. I feel like it's just such a fun look. I feel like especially with Oliver too now, I feel like that would be a really fun element to incorporate into our Christmas decor. It's just a little nostalgic element. I feel like that just screams childhood. So we're going to make some now. It's super easy. It's literally just little strips of paper that you can either staple, tape, or even hot glue together. You just form them into a garland. A lot of times people will do these with paper. I've seen people use scrapbooking paper, construction paper. You can really use anything. And I don't think I've seen anyone do this. I came up with an idea for how to make it pretty affordable while still making it so that the paper is double-sided, because the one thing that does kind of I don't love as much is that sometimes I'll see the paper chain garland where it's like a patterned paper on the outside and then it's just white and a completely different color on the inside. I don't love that, but I came up with an idea where we can use wrapping paper and basically just fold it in on itself so that it looks like the pattern goes all the way around. That sounds confusing. Let me show you. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to be making them using a few different kinds of wrapping paper, but the ones I'm using are all from the Hearth and Hand line. I got them at Target. It's a really nice papery material. So it's not too thin, but also decently affordable. So what we're going to do is just cut 8-inch strips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. Then we'll make a cut going all the way down the paper. I'm so bad at getting the temperature right to get these to be smooth. There we go. And then you can either use scissors to cut 3-inch strips, or I have a paper cutter, so I'm just gonna use that because it's a bit easier. You just have to measure 3 inches, cut, and that will be one chain. Now, of course, we could just attach it like this and call it a day, but see what I mean? I just don't think it looks good having the like white inside. So what we're going to do is fold this basically into thirds. I feel like it looks best if the chains are about 1.25 inches wide, but it doesn't need to be super precise. Then we're just going to slide one end in on the other and then repeat like 100 times. Depending on the look you're going for, you can either just use one paper and have that same uniform look. I think what I'm going to do though is to use a handful of different wrapping papers to create kind of a pattern. So let me show you close up one more time and then we can get to our paper chain creation. So So here are all the patterns that we're going to go with. I think in this order. Now we just need to start assembling the chain. We might need to cut some more strips as we go, but I think we have enough to get started at least. Okay, nap time is over. Lights are going on. So we're gonna try something new this year. We're going to go half static lights, half twinkling lights. I don't know, I'm hopeful that it'll look really fun. If not, I think it's pretty easy to turn the twinkling lights back to just regular lights, but I thought that would just help add a little bit of sparkle to the tree this year. Okay, the lights are all on and I'm really liking the twinkle lights. I feel like they add just a little extra romance to the tree. Oh, and I did pop. We usually just use a little blanket as a tree skirt, so have that down there. But now we're ready to decorate. Christopher is getting Oliver changed into pajamas right now. He's going to go to bed after we decorate the tree, but I think we're going to do it all together. Growing up, I always loved we would decorate the tree together as a family, so that's a tradition that I'm really excited to carry on. What do you see? The star! You see the star? Oh, you're gonna put the star on the tree? Oh. Here, how about we start with the balls first? Do you wanna put the ball on the tree? Ball. Can you put that on the tree?
Jingle bells! Little blue truck needs a Christmas tree. Beep, beep, beep. This one's for me. Wow. That's right, it's just like our Christmas tree. Okay, you see them? This one lights up and so does ours. Light. Light. And are there lights over there too? Light.
Well, good morning. As you can see, we got the tree up last night. I love how it came out. I feel like as the years go by, our tree is just more and more filled with so many memories. We have a tradition where we get a new ornament for each new country or place that we visit. And so being able to decorate last night and just to unwrap all of our ornaments, to reminisce on past travels. And then also we made some ornaments with Oliver last year. So being able to unwrap all of his first Christmas ornaments, I don't know, it was just a really sweet time. I always look forward to the night where we decorate the tree, and having Oliver join us this year was just so sweet. I'd say he was interested for probably a part of it. More so, he just really enjoyed playing with all of the ornaments, but we specifically set up the tree this year where all of the non-breakable ornaments are on the bottom of the tree, and then all the ones that, you know, are more fragile, we put towards the top so that he can reach them. So we're hoping that works out, but I did specifically tried to leave some fun ornaments for him to play with at the bottom. And he was playing with them as we were setting up the tree last night too. So it was just really sweet. And then waking up this morning too, I feel like the first morning that you have the tree set up is always just so magical. When Oliver woke up, he just made a beeline for the tree, was staring at all the ornaments, started playing with. We have some bells. I think they're on the ground somewhere. But yeah, such a sweet start to the day, and we are planning to take it easy today. It's Monday right now. It was a pretty busy weekend, but I did want to update you on a couple of things. Actually, wait, before the updates, let's take a moment to admire the tree. Love how it came out. We don't really go for a super aesthetic tree. Instead, I go for all the nostalgia. This was Oliver's handprint from last year. We're a big Patriots fan, so of course have to have a Patriots ornament. And there are lots that we've picked up from travels too. We got this one in London. This lobster is from New England. And then we also started a tradition where we paint ornaments every year too. This was my ornament from last year. This was Christopher's. We went to the Biltmore last year, so this felt fun. So yeah, lots of sweet memories, and I love just looking at the tree and being reminded of them. And then this year I had a bunch of candy canes too, so we stuck them on the tree. I thought that was a fun touch as well. And then when we want to eat them, we can just pluck them off the tree. Now, something I think I am going to do is for our truly fragile, like I would be so sad if either of these broke type ornaments. This was a recent find, but I just love this stained glass one. This was an ornament we got at the Biltmore that I love. For some of those really fragile or really special ornaments, especially having a 1-year-old running around, I decided to pick up, these are like little stands that you can display something on. Someone I follow here on YouTube, I think her name is Evelyn Hernandez. I feel like I always get great decor DIYs from her, especially around Christmas. And she used something similar to display like vintage looking bells, but I thought they'd be perfect for those breakable ornaments that you just want to stay intact. I think I am going to switch out the ribbon for something a little bit chunkier. I think like a velvet ribbon would look so good, and honestly probably elevate the entire ornament. And same thing for this one, maybe a little bit shorter too, but isn't that so cute? I think I'm just going to keep them on the console table here in the entryway, kind of towards the back so little hands can't reach them. What do we think though? I feel like with ribbon switched out, maybe a little higher up hung each of them, that'd be so cute. Anyways, just figured I would share in case you also have young children and are trying to figure out what to do. That was one solution that I came up with. I think it's fun. I got those ones from, I believe, Etsy. I'll link to them below. But now for our more important update. Our peppermint bark has now fully set, so we can chop this thing up. Honestly, not the prettiest one I've ever done, but it's gonna taste delicious. You can definitely do this with a knife, but if I'm remembering from past years, I think breaking it with your hands is the way to go. Yeah, that comes off pretty cleanly. Should we try the first bite together? You just can't go wrong with peppermint and chocolate. First cookie tin of Christmas. Okay, then let me show you the paper chain garland. How fun is this? I feel like these all combine perfectly with each other. I think we probably have 15 feet at the moment. I still have a bunch of strips that I haven't even attached yet, so I feel like I might just go crazy with it and put it everywhere. But with this really long chain, what I think I want to do is frame the like entrance into our living space. Something along these lines. Don't know if I want to do it like a curtain or just like hanging like a swoop. I think I like the swoop better. Right now I have 2 really long chains, so I think I'm just going to attach them together, and then to hang it, I think we're gonna try the command hooks. Those have been working pretty well for me around the house, so we'll try that first. So I'm not sure if I've actually shown you close up what I mean when I talk about using the command hooks. The ones that I use are actually, these are meant for the outdoors. They're light clips for hanging Christmas lights, like on the outside of your house. I actually use them indoors. This is what they look like. It's just a little plastic clip. This is the part that I do a little bit differently. These are the stickers that are meant for when you're hanging them outside. They're super adhesive to the point where if you try using them on your walls inside your house, it will damage your paint. So I don't actually use these. Instead, I just use the plastic hook and then use the regular command strips that are meant for indoor use, because if you use these, it won't damage your paint. And now we can hang this up. These days, I'm all about trying to make Christmas feel fun and festive. I feel like we nailed that with this. This is such a fun, like, entrance into the rest of the living room. It does feel a little sad to remove this right now because it does look just so huge and glorious, but honestly, the moment we get a frost, it's gonna just drop all of its leaves. I'd rather get on the front side of that. No nails here. What we used last year and what I'm using again this year are these siding hooks to secure the garland in place. I still have a whole bunch of these bows from that pack I showed you I got from Amazon in the last video, so I think I might try attaching some of these to the garland. Cute little pop of red. I love that. And the best part, uses up all of our bows. Well, there we go. Simple, but I love all the festive touches. I think it's gonna look even prettier at night too when it's all lit up. Well friends, I feel like our home is starting to feel like a straight up Hallmark movie in the best way possible. I'm so excited to continue. We've already started, but to continue making memories in here as we just enjoy and soak in the festive season. I'm sure you can tell I've always loved Christmas, but this year especially experiencing it with our toddler, it just feels a little extra magical. So I hope you enjoyed this one, but before I leave you, I did quickly want to remind you to check out Caraway if you haven't already. I'll have links to them, the discount code, everything you need in the description box below, so check them out. But as always, friends, thank you so much for watching, for being here, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye!